Well, that was easy. Hi Munchkins, it's Rebecca, and today we're going to be opening up a K-Pop Demon Hunters doll. That's right, I finally got my hands on one. We have the Huntrix Zoey How It's Done doll here, and I'm very happy to add her to my collection. When I saw all the promotional images from Toy Fair, I knew this is the doll I wanted to add to my collection out of all of the ones that they released, because I just loved the details from her outfit, and it literally looks like they took her out of the cartoon, which is amazing. Now, I think everyone's aware that it's been kind of difficult to get these dolls. They dropped randomly on a day in June, and no one was prepared, which was great. I recently just tried to get one of the Mirror Me dolls from MGA on the day that they dropped, and I entered the website at 9:06 a.m. PST, and they released at 9 a.m. PST, and they were completely sold out already within 6 minutes, and I heard some people say that they were sold out within 2 minutes. So unfortunately, a lot of scalpers got to them, and they've been reselling on different websites. And that's a lot of the issues that happen with the K-Pop Demon Hunters dolls. Even though there was no set release date for the first drop, a lot of resellers bought them and resold them on eBay for like $60, $70, $80, which is way too much for one of these dolls, since these dolls market at about $28. But yeah, that was back in June. And then July 1st, I got an email from Target saying they were back in stock. So I tried to buy one, and it was stolen out of my cart. So I didn't get it then. And then I made a community post sometime, I think a few days ago, where I just randomly checked on the Target website and they were back in stock. And so I bought her that day, and someone else had messaged me saying they're already sold out within like 15 minutes. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. So these are very high in demand, and I can imagine this is gonna be a really hot Christmas item this year. So yeah, let's take a look at the box. The front is clear plastic. It's in a rectangular shape, and it has this upside down triangle pattern. And then on the sides, it has a 3D plastic pattern. I'm not really sure what it's supposed to be. It might be reminiscent of Rumi's patterns, because that's what it kind of looks like. To me, they look like veins. But on the front of the box, we have an image of Zoey from How It's Done, because this is the Huntrix Zoey How It's Done doll. And they're for ages 4 and up, and made by Mattel. And they're from K-Pop Demon Hunters by Netflix. I think it's really interesting that the dolls are now marked 4 and up, even though it says choking hazards are not for children under 3 years. I wonder what caused the change for them to put 4 and up, because I noticed that on some of the new Monster High dolls and Moonspell Magic dolls too. Looking at the back of the box, it's very simple. In the top right-hand corner, we have the Netflix logo. In the top left-hand corner, we have the K-Pop Demon Hunters logo. We have an image of Zoey from How It's Done, an image of Rumi from How It's Done, and an image of Mira from How It's Done. And that's basically the back of the box. The bottom half of it just has safety information and product information. And I kind of like how simple it is. Usually they'll have like little descriptions of what the doll is, but I'm not really missing it for this one. I think this is good. I think everyone knows what K-Pop Demon Hunters is at this point, whether they want to or not. So yeah, I think it's time to open up the box. I think the easiest way is going to be opening up through the bottom, because there's a little like fastener handle that we can pop out. Well, that was easy. everything you get in the box for $27.99. And I usually complain about the prices, but I think that the doll market is going in a bit of a different direction. Playline dolls used to be about $19.99, but I'm seeing them start to average more at about $25.99, $27.99. So I think this is just the new normal pricing. I really don't want them to start getting to $30 because that's just a little too much for a Playline doll. But I'm looking at her and I'm looking at how detailed she is, and I'm just beyond impressed. I'm really not usually a fan of printed on clothing, but it looks great. And she comes with 2 little accessories. These are her weapons that she uses in the movie. They are called Sheen Call or Spirit Blades. And they have little handles for the doll to hold onto. I was a little worried about that when I saw them in the box because I thought they were only going to be able to be held on by rubber bands. They're actually really nicely detailed and have some really nice patterns. They could have easily just made them a flat plastic, but they decided to add the details from the movies. I'm actually really impressed that they added the patterns from the movie because I thought they would just do a simple basic plastic. So let's take a closer look at the doll, starting with her head all the way down to her feet. She has black hair with bangs and 2 little braided low buns. They're actually braided, which is really nice. I think her bangs could have been a little bit shorter, but I'm not really complaining. I kind of like the way that they look, but they don't look 100% movie accurate, but I'm fine with that. It is pretty gelled, but that's to be expected. I don't think I'm going to brush out her hair at all. I did trim it up a little bit because there were a few flyaways, but other than that, it was pretty clean. Her face, she has brown eyebrows. She has brown eyes with gray, purple, and silver eyeshadow, and then she has peachy lipstick. And it doesn't really look like she has any blush, but that might be my lighting. It looks a little bit peachy. And then she has a set of 1 singular earring, but it's supposed to be like 3 silver ones. And I don't know if they're removable. Oh, they are. Okay. So she has removable earrings. That's nice. And she has 1 earring in each ear. Moving on to her shirt. This necktie is hard plastic. The shirt is like, it's not like a cloth. It's kind of like a vinyl because it's very smooth. It feels almost leathery. The detailing is just immaculate. I mean, this is a high quality print. Would I have liked to have had actual zippers and actual embroidery? Yeah, but you're not gonna get that for a $27.99 doll. But I really love the flowers on the side. And they also included this plastic armband that she has in this outfit, which I didn't think they would. And it comes off pretty easily since you can see that it's open in the back. Just like that. And we can reattach it with ease. She also has this golden bracelet on her other arm that also can come off. It looks like her hands are supposed to be removable, but I feel like I'm gonna break it if I try. But moving on to her pants. Again, printed on details. Absolutely gorgeous. I don't remember if in the movie she had more detailing on the back because it looks pretty simple compared to the front. She has these plastic straps that are not removable. They're sewn into the pants. And then she also has this little accessory, which I can't remember what it's called. And that is also plastic and sewn into the pants. And lastly, we have her sneakers. They look great. I feel like they're going to be hard to remove because they're soft plastic, but they look a little tight around her ankle. Oh, wow. I stand corrected. They were very easy to remove. The doll is pretty articulated. She can move her head left and right and up and down. She can move her shoulders. She can move her elbows. She can move her wrist. She bends at her hip. She can bend her knee. And that's about it. There's no ankle articulation, but I don't really think you need it for a doll like this. She is fully posable. I was trying to put her spirit blades on, and I didn't even notice how detailed her hands really are. You can see her fingernails. They're also rubbery. She can hold on to them. They're not really loose, at least the way that I did it. Needless to say, I'm impressed. This is the quality that Mattel used to give us for the Playline Barbie dolls, and I'm really happy that they're starting to bring that quality back. It's something that I really missed, and I haven't collected a recent Barbie doll in... I don't even know when the last time I bought a recent Barbie doll was. It would have been something from the early 2010s because the quality just isn't as good anymore. But I'm really impressed. I hope they keep making dolls with this amount of quality, with this amount of detail, with this amount of articulation for a decent price. Could it be cheaper? Yes, but I think the $25.99 and the $27.99 are going to be the new normal for dolls, unfortunately. But I like everything that she comes with. I think she is incredibly well detailed for a Playline doll. And honestly, she could be collector level if she had more embroidered details, but that's the only thing that I think separates her from a regular Playline doll to a collector doll. But yeah, those are my thoughts on the K-pop Demon Hunter Zoey doll. I am very happy to add her to my collection, as I have said multiple times. I don't think I'm going to buy any of the other dolls because Zoey's my favorite. The only one I would think about buying is maybe the golden one, but I don't really have a need for it. She's not articulated, and I don't particularly care for the gimmick. My favorite song is This Is What It Sounds Like, and I did not get those collector dolls from Mattel because they were expensive, and it was in the set of 3, and I just only want Zoey. But that's everything I have to say about it. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye!